some people might not want to hear this, but I'm just going to say it as a longtime League of Legends player. Arcane has spoiled, ruined, contaminated, poisoned the League of Legends community, and for multiple reasons. First of all, a lot of the Arcane fans, it's just a bunch of queer fan fiction now. That is what, and they expect this to be in all of League of Legends lore. It's dumb. I'm sick of it. I can go on a huge rant about this, and I'm gonna do that. So let's go ahead and talk about, so first of all, I have so much to say. First of all, now, there's a lot of people who still liked Arcane. And I'm not going to say that, especially the first season of Arcane was terrible. I mean, I think the first 3 episodes were really good. But when it comes to, I thought it was overrated other than that. And season 2, don't even get me started on that gay crap, which I will dive into that. But for the premise of this video and what inspired this video was this Welcome to Noxus League of Legends cinematic. A lot of y'all know I have a big history with League of Legends. I've been playing since 2011, thousands of hours. Once the game started getting really gay, I quit playing it. So they gave my main character, Udyr, man boobs. They made him fat and gave him man boobs in the rework, and I was done. So that's I was over at that point. And I have no desire to go back to it right now because the community is so gay. It's just so much gay crap has infiltrated League of Legends that I'm over it. But let's talk about this cinematic, because this cinematic is actually really good. Now, I'd encourage you to just go ahead and watch it if you want. I would just react to the whole thing, but I don't know how they're going to be with their copyright stuff and all that. So anyway, you do have, it's like a music video type thing. You've got Mel from Arcane, this girl here. And so she's in this cinematic. They drop in Mel as playable in the game. Her parts are kind of boring, but if you actually play League of Legends and you know this and you know the characters, this is a really cool cinematic. So you have Katarina, you got LeBlanc. Here you have Darius. This part was the coolest. So you've got Darius here fighting Trundle. Now I played a lot of Darius and Trundle. Thing is, this Trundle, you can play top lane, jungle. I've done that. Darius, top laner. I'm a jungler, but when I do top lane, Darius is one of the mains. So this scene with Darius and Trundle was epic. Okay. So you got that. You've got Katarina here. This is a really cool scene with Katarina and Elise, which I've played a decent amount of Elise in the jungle as well. Elise, she is that spider. So there's Katarina. Okay, now this is where this is where the Arcane queerdos come in, and they're going to try to make this really gay. Here you have Elise. Just look how cool this looks. I have to say, now this does have more of the Arcane art style versus what we've typically seen in League of Legends art and cinematics. It's definitely a different style, because League of Legends at first kind of had this almost kind of mobile game art style. You know what I mean? Like, here's a mobile game made from China. This is the art style from it. That's kind of what it looked like, which was still, I mean, it was good. For what it was. And like the characters, you know, they were very idealized and they looked good. But one thing I do like that this art style is doing is that it really is adding a lot of character. Some people don't like it. Some people just want that same older art style, and I get it. But what I think is that you still have the really cool looking characters here. And I do think Arcane did I do think that they really butchered Vi's look. And I'll show a comparison tweet here in a minute to show about that. But look at this. You've got Katarina here. This scene was awesome. And Katarina is really awesome in this. So this is super cool. I'd encourage you to give it a watch. It is a really good cinematic. But here is what the queerdos are doing. They are automatically off the bat. They don't know who she is. They're just Arcane fans and they don't know anything about League of Legends and League lore. And they're like, who is this girl? And is she a girl kisser? That's their first thought. Is she a lesbian? Because all of this gay crap that has just been infesting and poisoning everything. And so people are like, oh, wait till they know who she's with, that he's with the whitest of dudes. in the actual game lore, Garen. So yeah, the Queerdos are mad about this. They're like, they don't like Garen's look. And it's really weird because they keep wanting all these like queer looking characters, and they're all about they gotta be, but to have a character like Garen who is a total dude and who looks like a total dude, like a white dude, I don't know, I guess they don't think he's twinkified enough. And so yeah, this crushed their dreams. They saw Katarina and they thought about Vi because red hair, I guess. And then they saw Elise and they thought about Caitlyn, and that looks like Caitlyn. It's not Caitlyn. This is Elise. This is a whole different character. But anyway, so even with Vi and Caitlyn, right? Even with that was one reason why I found Arcane off-putting, is Vi wasn't originally created as this lesbian butch character. When Vi first came out, I've been playing League since before Vi came out, right? And then Jinx came after. I've been playing, since before that. Here is the actual lore. I made this tweet to talk about it. I said Arcane did what most woke writers do to existing female characters: masculinize, torture, maim them, and call it character development. According to actual League lore, this should have been a fun cops and robbers story, but instead we got gay torture corn. It's all a humiliation to characters we love by a bunch of pervs who are jealous of the original characters. So when you watch Arcane, you're not going to actually understand the lore. It's very jarring for people who don't know anything about League of Legends and they don't know anything about these characters, and they are to play or watch Arcane and then hop into League of Legends, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, Vi's a cop? Vi is this, like, because it is a cops and robber type story, and you have Jinx, who was a very Harley Quinn type, just fun, cute, but psychotic, absolute sociopath, right? And instead they made her cut all her hair off, and then they made her this just like bipolar, like BPD, Tumblr kind of sad girl, right? And that was not Jinx's character at all. Jinx is supposed to be a sociopath. She is just this really cute, tiny bundle of chaos, right? And this is just the whole lore here, and the whole dynamic between Jinx and Vi is Jinx is the sister that's wreaking havoc, and Vi is a part of the Piltover police squad. And so it's like you got this cops and robber thing. Same with Caitlyn. She is a part of the Piltover police squad in the lore in the game. Vi wasn't a lesbian. It was not canon to make Vi a lesbian. Even back then, those troon shippers, the trooners, as coined on my stream, trooners, it's a troon gooner. They oddly tried to ship Vi and Jinx. They're sisters. It was so disgusting. The fan arts of Vi and Jinx kissing when they first came out, I'm just like, are you serious? So anyway, that was a thing because the perv shippers and all that. So that's why I consider Arcane just a Tumblr fan fiction. Does not actually align with League of Legends lore. Vi being changed with her design to this like a lot more masculinized. This isn't the most egregious thing in the whole world in terms of character designs, but come on, it's still not the same. And it's a total different energy. Vi was this punk, like kick butt police girl, police woman, and beautiful, just edgy, just, you know, that punk girl. She didn't have the whole like butch thing going on. Like she had a more like muscular physique, and so she definitely was like that tough punk girl, but it was not originally created as some gay thing. And so the shippers came in, the Troon Gooners came in, and they wanted this to happen. So the League started to appease a lot of these gay people. Like they just did. They have done that with all this gay, oh, this character's gay for this character now, and this character is, but that is not original League lore. Let's make that clear. So here it is. This was funny. The past 2 days, they wanted Katarina to be gay, but no, because she's with like Chad here, then they're just seething. So this was funny. The Arcane Twitter for the past 2 days. You have Katarina. This is like her closer to her original design because it is a bit different in this art style. But again, I actually think the art style is good. I'm not against what they've done with this art style. It looks good. She looks great. All the characters I thought in that cinematic looked great. Now I can see a little bit of debate with LeBlanc, which I'll show you in a minute. So anyway, their relationship, I could say, and then you have this Troon shipper, Trooner. I don't. So yeah, that definitely. Now, League of Legends did have some really cool and good, and that made sense, relationships between some straight characters. You have like Garen and Katarina. You had Tryndamere and Ashe, which I don't have an example pulled up right now. But anyway, so yeah. And here you have, okay, so here, talk about the art style, because I know some people didn't like this. Now, some people didn't like LeBlanc's change, because here you have it like, okay, if you want, hold on, let me pull up an original LeBlanc, because I'm going to say it is different. It is different. They definitely changed her. She's not as like, hold on, let me find a picture. I'm trying to find it. She's not, I guess like they just gave her a little, I don't want to say they made her ugly, but they did try to make her look a little less Barbie, I guess you could say. So here you have LeBlanc, like a bunch of different images of LeBlanc. I think she looked really pretty in the original, like in the older stuff, right? Now, even this splash of LeBlanc was, I've played with them and they had an older version of LeBlanc. So this game's been updated for a long time because, yeah, I want to say this splash art didn't even happen until like 2015 or something. But anyway, so you do have that. So I can see with this, because I mean, she's technically not as pretty, but I think it's interesting. Like, I do think it gives her, they gave her like this dark, eerie design, and she's still pretty, but it's just something about like the eyebrows, or it's very mystifying. So I don't know, from at least I can see why people don't like this design as much, especially when you're seeing a character change, but the entire art style is different. So I'm just gonna say I actually really high key like what they did with this cinematic. And this is from somebody who quit playing League of Legends because I'm so sick of all the gay crap. I'm sick of all the gay community, and I am sick and tired of like some of the reworks. Because when they reworked Udyr, who was a wilderness man who was living off of the land, and they made him fat. Like, come on, that makes no sense. If you wanted to, like, why would you make him fat? How could he be fat? Like, literally gave him man titties. Like, how would he even be fat living off the land like that? Now, if you look at like his older design, now even that splash art is newer from when I played. This splash art is newer. This one was fine. Yeah, he was like burly, but he didn't have this. This is the rework where they gave him like, okay, well, this, I wish that I actually had a character. I could rant about this for a while if I actually had a bunch more stuff pulled up. But you had this dude who, this was my jungle main for a while. He's like, also, he's the fastest character in the game, right? It's like the quickest, like super quick attack speed in Tiger Stance. And so then you have him fat now? How does that make sense? And when he's in Bear Stance, like he can run. So why would you have a character who's, which I think they changed his kit and stuff too. And I don't even know what all they did to his kit, because all I saw was the man titties and I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Like Udyr doesn't have to look hot or like a model, but he doesn't, don't make him look like, and he never did. But why are you making him look, why are you giving him titties? Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's my opinions. A lot of people, when I criticize Arcane, a lot of people disagree with me, because a lot of people, especially people who haven't played League of Legends, and they like Arcane because they found the show entertaining. It's like, okay, I get it, but Arcane is a gay fanfic. It's just what it is. That is what it is. You might like it, and you might like the gay fanfic, but it's not actually lore accurate. It's not in the same energy and vibe of League of Legends, of Vi and Jinx and Kate. It's just not. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, you can catch me on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Quartercast Live on YouTube, or The Quartering on Rumble, where we have our streams. And then also my Bible channel at Bible Time with Melanie Mack, if you want to hear me read the Bible to you. Thank you all again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.